Racing to the 2022 Breeders' Cup, and this time we get a racing recap and update for the Breeders' Cup for Saturday, September 24th. Let's recap the Pennsylvania Derby, the Cotillion Stakes from Parks, a big day of racing, and we'll also get you up to date on the latest Breeders' Cup news. In the Pennsylvania Derby, the winner was trained by Bob Baffert. Mike Smith, the rider. Taiba gets the job done. Comes from off the pace. You know, he had lost the Haskell coming off the pace against some fast fractions. Took the lead briefly, but then on the inside, Cyberknife was able to kind of take advantage of a rail trip to pick up that win in the Haskell Stakes. Then Cyberknife ran in the Travers Stakes, ran second. Cuts back to 9 furlongs here. Kind of got further back with a faster pace and then closed late, but did not get any of the top 2 spots. The winner, Taiba, a little bit of speed in his debut. Came from off the pace in the Haskell. Came from a ninth, fourth place spot here in this race. You know, Taiba, 5 lifetime starts now. He was favored in the race at 7-5. He's by Gunrunner. The pace of the race went through White Abarrio out of that 11 hole. He set some honest fractions. Simplification tracked him in second. They both ran their races. They made their moves going into the turn. Coming out in the center of the track off the rail was definitely Taiba. And then Zandon was able to lay back early, past tiring horses, and then save some ground. You know, he had a shot here if he would have kicked it in, but he just seems to be flattening out at that 9 furlong distance here as a 3-year-old. Maybe he'll be able to go 10 furlongs next year. Taiba now goes to the Breeders' Cup Classic, most likely for trainer Bob Baffert, Gunrunner, the sire of this one. Now you've got the Cotillion Stakes. Society wins wire to wire. Steve Asmussen. Society had faced Nest 3 races back. Then went wire to wire in Charlestown with a nice speed figure. Went wire to wire here in Parks, dominating win. Secret Oath a little bit over the top. She was favored in this race. Adari Money Manor took some money in this race. And then actually the official favorite was Green Up. The morning line favorite was Secret Oath. Green Up, really no response. Fractions were fast in Society. I would say a fast pace early, fast late. Ran the mile split in 1:36. It was a good distance for her, a mile and a 16th, and not a mile and an eighth. Fast early for Society. She's got some speed. She's improving, lightly raced. She runs on the front end, and we will see if they go to the Breeders' Cup Distaff with Society for trainer Steve Asmussen. Flightline with his first workout since the Pacific Classic score on first week of September. He went 4 furlongs in a little over 48 seconds. His first work back. He's going to work towards the Breeders' Cup. No definitive word yet if he's going to run his final work at Keeneland or if he's going to do all of his training at out west and then ship in for the Keeneland Breeders' Cup. Now, Modern Games, after his dominating win in the Woodbine Mile, looks like Charlie Appleby is going to bring him back for the Turf Mile, and he is the early Turf Mile favorite overseas. Meanwhile, Charlie Appleby also sending out Rebels Romance to the Turf. 10 starts, 7 wins, 3 straight wins, and a Grade 1 winner. Already starting to add to the class and quality of that turf race, which will be at 1.5 miles, mowing the lawn on the turf. Wanted to talk juvenile turf sprint in case you hadn't seen the past performances of Tyler's Tribe. Of course, he's been flashing speed at Iowa. He's from the first crop sire of Sharp Azteca. He won by 16, 8, 12, and 15 lengths, $246,000 earned, and trainer owner, nice buy for this trainer owner, Timothy Martin, 4 for 4, and it looks like they're going to stay in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf Sprint. They want to stay in that sprint division. I don't know if anybody can hang with him. 4.5, 5.5 furlongs, 6 furlongs on his wins. Now, the Breeders' Cup prep still to come. We got the Woodward Stakes, the Lucas Classic, the Santa Anita Sprint Championship, the Awesome again next week at Santa Anita, the Champagne and the Frizette at the Belmont at Big A meet as we start to get into the 2-year-old races. Future Stars Friday. Todd Pletcher worked out some horses on Saturday. We had Malathot, no word yet. Probably most likely the Spinster Stakes for her. And then you've got Chocolate Gelato, who most likely goes favored in the Frizette Stakes for 2-year-old fillies next week. And then Life is Good, most likely the favorite for the Woodward Stakes. That is a look at your Breeders' Cup update. What did you think of the Parks players, both Society and Taiba? Leave a comment. and we'll continue on with continuing coverage, some big stakes race previews this week here on the channel as we get you ready for the 2022 Breeders' Cup.